Hi everybody, it's me. Welcome to Lori's Crochet Corner. I'm so glad you could be here today. I am attempting my very first tutorial. So I'm going to try to show you guys how to make a ribbed hat. I'm going to make a newborn size. You can make any sizes up to from adult to preemie. But I'm going to show you how to make a newborn size today, all right? So whenever you're ready to get started, we're going to go ahead and do it. My setup isn't real good here, so please bear with me, all right? I'm going to move my camera so you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to get started. I'd like to take more time and chat, but I'm a little nervous, so I better get started on this. First, you're going to do a slip knot, okay? Actually, no, you're not. I'm using a medium purple yarn. It's Red Heart. It's a 4-ply, and it's 100% acrylic. It's machine washable and dry, and it doesn't shrink a bit. So it's wonderful for these hats because they won't shrink. You just beat them up and they're not going to shrink. So the first thing that we're going to do is make sure you have your hook, and I have a size G. Like I said, you may want to start, if you want a bigger hat, you can go up a hook size or two, or you can go down a lower size or two. And you need your scissors. You need a tapestry needle. And also, you need pom-pom makers. Well, you only need one, and I usually use the medium size, and that's make your pom-poms. I hope you all know how to use those. And to get started, we're going to do a slip knot, okay? You wrap the yarn around your hand till you have this X here. You reach under the top part, take your finger under the bottom part and pull, and you have your slip knot. There you go. Now you just stick your needle in there, and you're set to go. So the first thing you want to do is chain 30. So we're going to start, and that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hate to count them all to you. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Okay, so you have your chain of 30, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and go in the second chain from the hook, and you're going to do a single crochet. So you put that hook in through your first chain and grab the yarn and pull it up, and there's 2 loops on your hook, and you grab the yarn and pull it through the 2 loops, and there's your single crochet. So you're going to go into the chain, grab the yarn and pull it up, grab the yarn again and pull it through the 2 loops. So now that we chained 30, you're going to have 29 chains when you get to the end. So you want to make sure you have the 29 chains in each row. If you don't, your hat's going to come out lopsided. So do your 29 chains. I might get there sometime if I ever quit shaking. Bear with me one moment here. I am so nervous. I don't know why. There's been a lot going on, so I kind of try to talk myself out of doing this today. So we're going to get down there. Usually I'm not as shaky, but I will get over it. I just need to relax a little bit. So this is, like I said, is my first tutorial. And hopefully my next one will be much better, and I'll have a much better setup than this. I didn't realize until I started getting ready that I have a table tripod, but my phone won't fit on it the long way. And so the way I had it on there, with the legs sticking out on the tripod, you could see the legs, but you couldn't really see what I was doing. So I got my big tripod out and I'm sitting here sideways trying to show you how to do this hat. So, and I have made many of these hats for our reborn doll community. A lot of them have them for their babies, and they're adorable. They're just so cute on them. So, and I've also sold quite a few in the marketplace on Facebook, and I just posted a whole bunch of stuff up on the marketplace today on Facebook. So if you want to go check it out, it is there. Okay, so we did our 30. All right, here's our first row of single crochet, and this is the easiest hat to do. It really is, and that's why I chose this one. And not only is it easy, but it's stretchy, so it can fit. If you make it for a newborn, it'll fit up to probably 6 months to a year. If you make a preemie, it'll fit up to a newborn, maybe 3 months. So, okay, now that we got there, we're going to chain 1 and turn and over to our next row. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into the same hook right next, or excuse me, same stitch right next to your hook there, if I can get it. Grab your yarn and do a single crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going into the back loops only of each chain. And you're going to have 29 when you get to the end of your row. But you want to make sure that you're in the back chain. I'm so sorry, I'm so nervous. This is not going to happen again. I'm going to be more prepared. Y'all know how it's like, ladies. It's so nerve-wracking, and I don't have my trooper with me next to me to help me out today. She's on her own, and I miss my Jen right now. So you're just going to continue up and see how it looks. You have like a little ridge there. I probably should have used a lighter yarn, and I'm sorry about that. The reason I chose this yarn, I'm going to show you, was I made a blanket last night. So I thought if I did the tutorial with the same color yarn of the lavender, it would match this pretty blanket set. So I just decided to make a new blanket set for my Lori's Crochet Corner next week. So, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to finish this row. You're going to chain 1, and you're going to turn again. And you're going to keep doing this in the back loop only, each row, for 40 rows. Okay, and that will be the end of your hat. You've got 40 rows to do, and it's going to be like a square. I'm going to finish up this row, and if you guys are working on this right now, and if you are, I find it hard to believe because I'm a terrible teacher right now, but just do the back loop only, every row, and make sure you hit that end chain, because if you don't, it's going to be lopsided once again, and it's easy to miss. So I've done it more than once, and I've been making these hats for years. So almost to the last one here. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and finish that. And unfortunately I can't pause my video. You guys can to finish, but in the meantime I'm going to go to the next part. Okay, because I was kind of prepared to get this done quickly in case I ran into trouble, and I'm in trouble. So here is my square, okay? See the little ridges on there? There's 41 rows. So what you're going to do is just turn it over, and you know, don't tie off your yarn when you finish your square. You get your 40 rows done, you just leave your needle on, or your hook on there. Some people prefer to tie off and sew it with a needle. I don't. So what you're going to do is go through the first chain on the other side and come back through and chain 1, and you're going to turn. Okay? And then each back loop, each single loop, you've got one on the inside on both sides. You're going to go through them both. And you're going to put a single crochet in each one. And that's going to pull your that's going to pull your hat together if I can do this. This is crazy. I'm so sorry. I feel horrible. Color is even too dark for me to be working on out here. Okay. So you go through the 2 inside loops. And what that's going to do is it's going to create that other little ridge for you if you go inside the 2 loops that are on the inside. So, but if you go through both, it's not going to work. So you want to go through the 2 inside loops, and if I can get this done quick enough for you, I can show you the next step. Pause me. Oh, this is horrible. Okay. So it was a beautiful day outside today, and I was going to do a change on Jessica and take her outdoors, and I decided to do this tutorial that I am having such a hard time with right now. So I may actually have grabbed the wrong hook. I didn't even look. But anyways, we're having some conflicts on YouTube, and I really thought that maybe I wouldn't do this tutorial today because everybody was all upset. And then I told myself, well, why don't you go ahead and go on and do it. Give everybody a big laugh because we all sure could use one right now. So it's just been a really crazy, depressing week. And I really wanted this tutorial to go a lot smoother than this because I'm really having a rough time with it. I can't see. So I am definitely going to have to come up with a better setup. But as you can see, we are still making the ridge up the center here. And this will be the back of the hat. So I'm going to remember this tutorial forever and ever. Jen's going to laugh at me. Oh my gosh, you swear I didn't know how to crochet. Come on. Very frustrating. I'm going to end up probably deleting this video. So if anybody gets a chance to see a couple minutes of it, they are not going to believe how horrible this is. Forgive me, forgive me. I'm wondering if everybody started out this way, you know? First off, starting off real shaky, and that doesn't help because it's really hard to find the stitches when you're shaking. Almost there, guys. Almost. Just want to show you what this is like when you get it together. And then the other thing, I'm getting ready to do my setup, and you know, I don't like to do, I get even twice as nervous if my husband's around when I want to do a video. And I'm setting up my tripod, and while I'm setting up my tripod, he calls me and says, guess what? I'm coming home from work early today. I said, really? What time? He says, oh, around 7. I said, okay, that's good. Because I really wanted to have this done and have the video up around 6. So, because I did tell someone I would have this video up by 6, so darn it, it's going to go up whether I like it or not. And I'll be learning from this video. It's crazy, and I'm embarrassed because I sure didn't expect it to go like this. So I watch all them other ladies on their crochet channels doing their crochet, and they're just so good and so quick at it that it's a long time coming for me, I think. So we're almost there, and I hope you were able to see a little bit of what I was doing here. Okay, so we're into our last stitch. Yay! So there it is. So what you're going to do is, we left the length of yarn up here, so we really don't need a real long one here. I suppose we could, well, I guess we don't. I had just enough. Okay, so you're going to pull that out, and that's where your tapestry needle comes in handy. Let's see if I can thread this needle. I say I'm blind, you know, but I got it. How about that? What you do is you open it up, okay, and you take your needle and you go through, and that's why I wanted you to make sure that you had your ends even, because you're going through the end up here with your tapestry needle, and you're pulling it through, and that's going to close up the top for you. And this part I can do fast. And my dogs are in the other room fighting, so I'm sorry if you hear them, but they're having some fun in there. So we're just going to finish up going around here. I think this would have been quicker considering I had most of it made, huh? My next video, I am going to prepare much better. What I need to do is just get a little table so that I can have my tripod close by and not have to sit sideways at my dining room table to do this. So, okay, I think we're all the way around. And then you just pull that yarn real tight, okay? And what I like to do is I just take my needle and I go through back and forth just to secure it. However many times you feel you want to do it. I like to make sure that it's real nice and tight. So, and then what I do is, if you have any that sticks out like this, just take your needle into the parts that are sticking out and pull it in. And that kind of brings it all together up top. So we made it this far. Now to the fun part. And what you want to do too is make sure that you get it tied off so that it doesn't come apart. I don't like to use knots, so I just go through a couple threads back and forth a couple more times here just to be sure it's going to stay, and then I cut it off. So when you fold up the bottom, well, this needs tied off. I'm not going to do it right now. You don't need to see me do that. But you fold up your little, look at that, how nice. So we just folded that up all the way around, and that's a newborn size hat. And also, I got ahead of myself, and I made a really pretty pom-pom to put on top. And the way that you do that is you take your needle up inside your hat, start, and just bring it out the top, and pull one of your threads through. I have 4 on mine, and do it carefully so that you don't catch the yarn on the hat and pull it. I like to do 4 because I do 1 in the front, 1 in the back, and 1 on each side, if I can get a hold of it. Come on, don't do this to me. It's getting ridiculous. Come on now. Okay, we got 1 in there anyway. If I can just get 1 more, and I'll pull it through and show you. Okay, there we go. When you have 4, I don't know if you're going to want to do 4. I like to do 4, and I'll do the other 2 later, but right now I'm just going to knot 2. And I usually knot like 4, 5, 6 times to make sure the pom-pom's not going to come off. And that's also the other reason too that you want to do 4 is because you want to cover up this area up in here where you sewed it all together. I'm hoping I'm showing you everything. I'm sorry I wasn't looking at the camera. Come on. I think I'm going to have to quit crocheting. Okay, we got the other one. Naturally, we got 1 tangled. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. Here we go. 1 more. Well, I sure hope you guys are being patient with me. Okay, so we got those two in. So you're going to knot those two. Do it as tight as you can, you know, without breaking the yarn. And when I first started making these, I really had some issues like with the pom-poms coming off because I wasn't tying them tight enough. And make sure you tie them good and tight. So this one's going to have to be, but there it is. There's the hat. It's going to go with this pretty little blanket when I fix it. So, and I'm really sorry, guys. That was probably the worst tutorial you've ever seen. But I will try again another time and hopefully do much better. It's just been a really bad day, and I was up and down as to whether I wanted to do the tutorial. Everybody in the YouTube community is like upset, and I just thought maybe I'd bring a little joy, and terrible. So I'm kind of embarrassed and I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and show you this video because it's not easy doing your first tutorial, I can tell you that. And the next time I'm going to find something, you know, have a better setup. And I think I have plenty of light in here, but that's not the problem. The problem is I have a huge table in this room, and where I had my tripod, I was sitting back behind the table, and you wouldn't be able to see. It's too far away. And then I used my little table tripod, which is terrible, and I'm going to have to go try to find a different kind because this one you could see the leg out in front of my phone, and my phone wouldn't go on this way. It went this way. So yeah, it's horrible. But we did manage to get our little hat made, and it is really pretty. And I put buttons on them, and I put buttons, and also I make the little booties too. And I was seriously thinking about maybe doing a tutorial on the booties, but I might be rethinking that a little bit. I'm going to have to rethink my strategy before I do another tutorial. So, but it was fun to try, and it's a learning experience, and it's just really nerve-wracking. I've been just all nerved up all week because of just everything, but I thought that maybe this would calm things down a little bit, and it just made me more nervous. So, but once everything's all set and, you know, I have what I need to do it the proper way, and I'm just going to have to figure out what to do. I'm not sure yet, but probably Jen can help me with that one. You know, when she's here next Wednesday, when we have our crochet corner, she always comes over early, and maybe she can help me figure out a good setup for when I do a tutorial. Then maybe I won't be as nervous, and I'll feel more prepared, and, you know, I'll be much more relaxed and whatnot. But I kind of pushed myself through this, and because I know that the setup isn't right, and it was probably hard for you to see what I was doing, and I really wasn't watching. I was trying to watch what I was doing, but I couldn't see the yarn because it's so dark. And so whether you saw it in the camera or not, I'm not sure. So you will have to let me know that, or I'm going to have to go back and watch the video and find out for myself, huh? And then I'll probably delete it. So thanks a lot, guys, for putting up with me, and for all the wonderful things that all you had to say today and whatnot for Jen and me and Sam. You're wonderful. You're all wonderful, and I really appreciate it. So you guys have a great day, and the next time I do this, hopefully it'll be much better. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.